Oh, good morning, believers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is in your part of the world. JD Niger, Word of Truth, coming to you from beautiful Huntington Beach. Let me give you a view of what we got today real quick. There's the mountains out there. The cars kind of mess it up because it keeps refocusing. But yeah, we got snow-capped mountains. Clear skies, perfectly clear. They're not even chemtrailing at all, which I just didn't realize till right now. We have Catalina Island out there. The ocean is smooth, calm. Let me get back in. Oh, what do I got? Shut the door, JD. Nija. Ooh, up close and personal. Let's see. Slovakia. All right. So, my friend's coming to walk with me. I grab my sword. Oh. All right. Good morning. Good morning, believers. Good morning, Israel. Good morning. All praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, Heavenly Father, the only begotten Son, the Holy Spirit, the three-in-one triune God, the Spirit of three entities manifesting themselves in different persons so as to focus us on the fact that the story plays out from a heavenly standpoint, from a worldly standpoint, and from a supernatural standpoint. The Father, the Son, the Spirit. And the Son is the man. He's the man who the book's about, which is a clue to us. Let me pray. Heavenly, I drank one of those. I don't know if any of you ever are old enough to drink Ensure. It's a protein drink for old people, so you get enough protein. I just downed one of those things and caused me a lot of. I noticed. Usually I wouldn't notice. I'd be like, man, all of a sudden I'm burping a lot. It caused me a lot of, what do they call that? Stomach. It stirred up my stomach, the protein. Your body, I don't think your body's designed to digest protein that in that form. And I'm wondering now why they give us protein in such a concentrated form. The body doesn't digest it well. So, man, as time goes on, you learn things about your body and about what they're trying to do to you with this food that really makes you wonder what's going on. So today I started off with a video on what's going on with this Hamlin character, this football player. Forget what his name is, Darvin Hamlin or something like that. He can't just be John Williams or something. It has to be some strange Deontay or whatever. Just joking it up on that one. Maybe that's the Israelite side saying we don't name our kids Jeffrey or Johnny or Billy. Him and I started with him and the other guy that got killed by the police, murdered probably. Bunch of animals, you know. We have an animal side. That's the serpent. That's the serpent seed. That's the one that gets out of control. It's the devil. It's Satan. It's the Satan side of us. It's in us. It is us. So we were talking about, we were in Ecclesiastes. I was telling you about Richard Joyce. He does good videos, and he goes to this this part of the Bible. And further by these, my son, it's Ecclesiastes 12:12. And further by these, my son, be admonished, of making many books there is no end, and much study is wearisome of the flesh. So I was saying how fatigued I am from years and years and years. And, you know, probably one of the things that bothers me the most is when people go, you think you're a teacher? You think you're a preacher? You say you're a prophet? They doubt the effort I've put into this book. And I've learned to let that go, because how would they know? How would they know? There is no way for someone who doesn't know the book to understand what you're saying to them. And so I salute all of you that are here that listen to me. You have faith that even though I seem like a goofy surfer guy, kind of slow-witted and whatever else it may be that you find not biblical, not scriptural, or however it is, that you're like, he's saying the right things. It takes him a minute, but he makes sense. I know the Bible enough to know that what he's saying could be more true than I even believe. So that's the part where you come in. That's where you and the Lord have to talk these things out and say, is Jeff DeLoach really Adonijah? Is he really one of the sons of David? Could he be? And not so much that as a point, but as a point of, he's given me something to give you. So here we are in the preacher. We're in Ecclesiastes. That's Solomon. That's Jesus Christ. This is Jesus Christ. He has his own book, the book of Ecclesiastes. That's one of his. Song of Solomon is another one that talks. It's the song of Jesus, the Song of Solomon. We could go into that. We could get into what it says about the Song of Solomon and break that down and see if we could bust their commentary. Authorship. The verse of the book may be taken to mean the song was written by Solomon or the song about Solomon. However, the Old Testament states that Solomon composed 1,005 songs, so one might expect him to be the author. Also, internal evidence points to Solomonic authorship. The geographical locations mentioned in the book imply a unified monarchy, and some details fit well with Solomon's reign. Finally, there is no good reason to reject the traditional view that assigns the book to Solomon. So there you go. They got it right. They're saying there's things that point this way, there's things that point that way, but overall, the finger points to Solomon being the author of the Song of Solomon. So if you can read the Song of Solomon, you will learn how to interpret the Bible. He's giving you an example of poetic, scriptural truth, reality, word of truth. That's why just before the Song of Solomon, the teaching I just did on Remember Your Creator, in Ecclesiastes, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when you shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. There'll come a time when we're all going to doubt, hopefully not, that we have a Creator. We're going to get so pissed off that they're charging us too much money for gas to stay warm. They're charging us too much money for food to keep our stomachs full. I've mentioned that movie Idiocracy. Good example of how humans will continue to live even though they aren't really living. They're in a dumbed down state. The movie is funny if you can take the truth of it. We see how stupid people are. Overall, we have a very dumb society. Believe it or not, we think we're advanced, but we're not. So, Ecclesiastes and Solomon and Jesus, the preacher. I read the word of truth. I'm not going to look for, if you want to do a study on word of truth, I know it appears in the Bible at least 15 times, I would imagine, word of truth, because right here it appears twice in one page. So word of truth means there's things that are going to be true that you're not going to believe, and I try and bring those things out, and some of them I might not be right on, and I have to tell you that I don't know everything. But I'll tell you what, Behemoth ain't no big dinosaur, and Leviathan isn't no sea creature, and the serpent isn't some other entity. The serpent is in you. These are things that we need to realize. There were no giants. There's no big people. Giants is the word Nephilim. Giants, they didn't get the translation right, and so there's that. I'm not going to go on and on about that. Either you're going to understand it or you're not. I'm probably going to finish this one up because my friend is here now, and I'm just going to finish this up with the duty of man is Ecclesiastes 12:13, the duty of man. This is the end of Ecclesiastes, just before Song of Solomon. So when we think of Song of Solomon and who wrote Solomon, it was the preacher. It was Jesus Christ in the reincarnation. He's the Word. And so when you if you want to study Song of Solomon, that's probably one of the most difficult analogies of the Bible. And that talks about us and him and the bride and the Shulamite and the love for each other, the garden, the vineyard, the flat earth, the field. It's all these analogies, the vineyard. It's all these analogies that you're supposed to be able to turn into spiritual knowledge. So if you want to just read through,
Oh, that was you out there.
Okay, I'm almost done. Hey, Newman. Hey, Newmy. So if you want to understand how the Bible, the poetry of the Bible, you read Song of Solomon. You don't have to try and understand it. Just read through it and enjoy. Look what I got.
Jeez.
Look what I got.
God damn. Jeez.
Oh.
Oh.
That's love.
I'd say so. Jeez. Gosh.
Oh, the love of a dog. Can you believe it? He gave me kisses, and now he's being good. He's like, let my dad finish his lesson.
That's right.
So the Song of Solomon, you could read through that, and you'll get the poetic.
Psalms or Solomon? Solomon.
I'm talking. Yeah, Song of Solomon. The Song of Solomon is the poetic realization of what the Lord's trying to tell us through the book. It doesn't have to be literal. It's an analogy. It's a metaphor. It's a story. So I'll just finish off with the duty of man. It's the end of Ecclesiastes. It's the preacher telling you, I have some things to tell you, and you can believe them or you don't have to believe them, but your duty is this. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. What's it saying when he says, remember your creator? He's saying, know that you have a creator. Know that your God is in control. What's it say? Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Fear God. He's going to be the one that pokes you until you can't be poked anymore, and you're going to cry out and say, help me. Please stop poking me. For God shall bring every work into judgment. That's where we're at. We're in the place of judgment. We're on the earth. We're under the sun. So don't get it wrong. This is hell. This is where you get judged. This is where you have to learn your lessons. This is where you learn he is your creator. He is your God. He is the one to be feared. He's the one that's going to fuck you up if you don't watch out. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. And that's where we talk about the serpent. The evil serpent is in you. Are you going to deny God and rebel and say, I can do what I want. I'm my own man. Or are you going to say, I was created by someone who has all control over me and can crack me at any minute. And he will crack you. And either you're going to go with good. How's it say it again? One more time. With every secret thing. Is it a secret that there is no serpent? There is no Satan. It's in you. You are that serpent. You are that evil. You have duality. That's why we're here getting judgment. Are you going to lean to this side? Or are you going to lean to that side? Be it good or be it for evil. Are you going to go ahead and keep stealing and keep hating and keep lying? Or are you going to tell the truth and say, my God told me to tell you the truth? JD Nye's your word of truth. Fear your God. He's got control over you. The sooner you get that through your thick head, you can walk through this hellhole in peace and know that he's got you and that you know him, he knows you. And when you face him, he'll go, thanks for believing in me. Come into my rest. JD Nye's your word of truth. Coming to you from beautiful Huntington Beach, world famous Huntington Beach, California, with dogs and friends. Till the next one, I'm out.